am back. So sorry I've been gone. I was very sick. I had a right lung infection, turned sepsis. So it took me about 2 months to get well. And then I got RSV on top of it. No fun at all. And then I got through all of that, and I had this huge episode where my brain actually swells. It's called a cranial headache. I was hospitalized for that. My blood sugar dropped to like almost nothing, and I was in the worst pain of my life. We call them episodes. I go to the neurologist tomorrow, and my other doctor has some ideas for him to prevent these cranial headaches from happening. So I'm praying that we could come up with something that I don't ever have to go through that again, because it feels like my head is going to blow up and my eyes are going to pop out of my head. And that reminds me of something. So last night at 3 o'clock in the morning, I walk by my phone, I touch it, and there's these bug eyes looking at me going, what's the name of that snake's name?
Viper?
Huh?
Viper?
No, a cobra. It was a cobra in the Philippines. And my brother's like all bug-eyed. And he's going, Cobra gonna get you. Cobra gonna get you. Have you seen a cobra? They got fangs. They're huge. I jumped. I literally jumped. It scared the heck out of me. I was like, what the heck, brother? What are you trying to do? Give him a heart attack? Yeah, he was. And so anyway, he called me at 3 and we talked, and he'll be home very soon. Like tomorrow. I don't know. Brother likes to shock us all. So anyway, that's my scary cobra story. I think they found like 10 of them now, which is super scary. But I can live without cobras. I mean, they're fine, but just not by me. And so anyway, I just wanted to say I am so very sorry I've been gone, and I'm going to try to pre-tape some videos, so if something horrible happens like that, I won't miss a week, because I'd be so sad to miss the fan base that I have been building. And I know I'm kind of like starting over again, but I'm not going to let it discourage me. If I have to start over from ground zero, I will. Whatever it takes. And producer's shaking head. No. So what did I say wrong? What did I say?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. I thought I said something wrong, and so I didn't know.
I was cracking my neck,
So
sorry.
anyway, I guess he was cracking his neck. I didn't hear it crack, but I guess so. So anyway, what I was going to say, no matter how sick I am, if I have to record in the hospital, I will do it. I will. And I promise you that, and I'll try my very hardest not to ever miss another week. So, what did you all do for Thanksgiving? We were supposed to go to my parents, but my mom was really sick, and we were afraid, we didn't know what she had, so we didn't want me to get sick again. So we had a nice Thanksgiving at home with my caregiver. It was simple, good food, and a fun time. And so sometimes we got to change things around, especially in our world. I don't know if you have MS. I don't know if you have Parkinson's. Or maybe you have both, like me. I did finally meet a person that does have both. And the doctor, the neurologist that I've talked to, they are studying people that's had MS for long term, like over 30 years, like me, and Parkinson's, if there's a link. They don't believe so in the early years of MS. They think it only can happen in people like that's had it over 30 years. Their body is very immune compromised by that time. But we don't know anything else I find out about that because the neurologists just don't know yet if there is a link or not a link. But I will let you know. I don't want people that have MS to automatically think you're going to get Parkinson's because actually there's only 45 people that do have both out of the thousands and thousands of people that have MS or Parkinson's to get both. There's 45 people and that's it. So it's very, very rare. And so when we're talking about rare things, I went and got my hair cut. See, got it cut, got a new cut. And the beautician, her brother, has a very rare type of MS. I had never heard about it before. I think he's had it about a year, maybe a little more than a year, but not real long. And he's having a super hard time. He doesn't want to try any more MS medicines or anything. He's not doing well at all in such a short period of time. If you've heard of this rare form of MS, please contact me either by email or on the site if you know anything about it or you know someone else who has it. I have not experienced this first time. I think it's super sad for him, though. He's not very old. He's still pretty young to be getting such a horrible type. And I just hope he tries Copaxone. And the reason why I say that, yeah, I've been on Copaxone over 30 years. 10 of those years it was a research drug, and I've been on it the whole time. It does eventually blow out your immune system. They all do. But it takes a really long time, a lot of years for that to happen with Copaxone. I've had no side effects, and I know I do bring up that drug a lot, but I walked for over 20 something years on the Copaxone. Yes, it could have been my body, and my body could have went into remissions on its own. I don't believe that it did, because when I started the Copaxone, I was in really bad shape, and about 6 months into it, I was back walking. I was having speech problems before I got on Copaxone. I was almost completely blind, and I was just really messed up. And when I got on the Copaxone, all that went away. And yeah, I did come out of remission at times. It was an on and off remission for me for the 35 years or so that I've had MS. But anyway, I just really believe in that drug. And that's just my own opinion. And I say that because I was in an MS group with a lot of people, over 30 people, and they're not here now, and I still am, and I'm the only one in that group that chose Copaxone. So that's why I say it. I'm not a doctor. Ask your doctor. I'm not a professional of any kind. I'm just stating the facts of what I've been through, having a mess pretty much my whole life. And that's just what I've seen, what I've experienced. And I've done better than anybody and just about everybody, especially having it that many years and also getting Parkinson's disease on top of it. So just ask your doctor about it. Doctors don't like to give old drugs because it is one of the first MS drugs that came out. So some doctors may not want you to try it, but if you really want to try it, just tell them, I want to try it. And sometimes you just have to advocate for yourself. I have learned that. And so, anyway, least of all, just, ask them about it. And if you do, and say you so happen to get on Copaxone, make sure you get brand Copaxone, not the generic. To me, I tried the generic, and it really seemed like a different medication to me. It could have been just me, but I just say ask for brand, especially if you're trying it for the first time, ask for brand. But anyway, we'll go on from there, and I just want to talk about keeping your spirits up. And around here, me and my caregivers, we're never serious. If I'm not sick, if I'm doing well, we're constantly joking. We have movie day now. We bring the popcorn and soda, and we're watching a new movie every week. Super fun to have my buddies over. And I never drink soda, so soda's like a bad thing for me. So I feel like I'm doing something bad by drinking a soda, but it's so fun. And, what's better than soda and popcorn? And we watch a movie, and we all narrate it, and we just have a great time. So, what I'm saying is, no matter what shape you're in, you can find something to do. As you see, I paint. I love painting. Sorry about that. And I also have a scooter, a super cool scooter. I love to ride, and I can ride my friends on it. It has a big seat in the back for them. That's super fun. And no, I don't walk. I could take a few steps, but I have to be very, very careful, because one thing you do not want to do is fall and break a hip or break anything. I know a lady that not too long ago, she fell on the back of her head on cement, and that was very bad thing. So it's good to push yourself, but it's not good to push yourself where you're going to be injured, and it's going to be really hard for you to come back from that. So just keep that in mind and try to push yourself in ways that is not going to get you injured, because we don't want to get you injured, but we want you to start living. And don't just lay down. Oh, I got MS, I'm going to lay down, Nowadays, compared to when I got diagnosed and people get diagnosed now, it's much more positive now. When I got diagnosed, it was a very negative thing, because I know it's going to say how old I am, but they had no medication out when I got diagnosed. The only thing they had was prednisone. We all know prednisone's very bad, but when I'd have exacerbations, they'd put me in the hospital and I'd get IV prednisone, and it really sucked. And I do believe I had seizures because of it. Because during that time, I had seizures. But once I didn't do high doses all at one time of prednisone, I haven't had a seizure since. So, anyway, just be aware of that too. It can cause, especially heat. Like, I was super hot, and I had been on a lot of steroids when I had my first seizure, which, was over 35 years ago. You don't want to do that either. So, but say you hate pain. Maybe you like playing dominoes, checkers, whatever. Invite people over. Say, I dare you, or I bet you a soda, or I bet you a coffee, whatever. The winner, takes off. And if you want to play chess, checkers, whatever you like to do, do it. Do it. Don't let any disease, this site is for anyone that has a neurological disease. And we know what comes with that. Some of us, our hands don't work, our arms don't work. With me, my legs don't work. So there is things that we can still do around that. And if I sound like a broken record, okay, I'm a broken record. I go over and over again. But I just care about everybody. And I want everyone to live their best life. Yes, things get hard. I understand that. Believe me, I so do. I've been doing this over 30 years, and then I got Parkinson's on top of it. But you know what? I never quit. I never quit. I never will. And do we want to just exist on this earth, or do we want to live? It's your choice. I also have been a peer counselor for the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. That's been very rewarding for me. You could do something like that. There's all kinds of things you can do, and if you're really good at the web, I'm sure there's all kinds of things you can do there. I know there's a lot of websites for MS and for Parkinson's disease, and maybe you could do some peer counseling, or maybe you need some peer counseling. Call them and say, I'd like to talk to people that are like me, or going through things that I'm going through. I want to share. And I also want to say, if you don't have awesome caregivers like I do, and say your family isn't around. Actually, my family doesn't live around me. They live kind of away from me. But I'm always connected with them through the phone and FaceTime. Love doing FaceTime with them. But say you don't have family around you or caregivers, you can always email me or send a gosh, my head went blank. MS brain, Parkinson's brain, heck, I don't know. But anyway, on my website, you can send me a message. I'll get back to you. And I just want to build my channel back as best I can. So I love you all. And I promise you I will be back next week. Even if I'm filming from the hospital, I will be there. Love you all. Please like and subscribe. It's really important that you like and like to keep my channel open. I make no money from this channel whatsoever. I do it to help people. Bye. Love you all.